Welcome back. Turning now to fighting for patients with rare diseases. One biopharmaceutical executive talking to Capitol Hill yesterday, laying out the dire stakes for children in the United States battling rare diseases, specifically when it comes to getting desperately needed treatments approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
The real problem is try to reach somebody at the FDA. You can't. It is impossible to sit down other than in a formal setting with months. It took us 8 months to get a meeting. And I won't tell you how many children passed away from these diseases during those 8 months just to begin to have a discussion with them.
That was Mallory Factor, the founder, chairman, and CEO of IntraBio, which is focused on developing drug treatment therapies for patients with rare and ultra-rare diseases. He joins us right now. Good to have you on the program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Tell us what led you to that testimony yesterday in front of the Senate.
There's a lot of children dying from these rare diseases. By the way, rare diseases there's 7,000 of them now, with 30 million people affected in the United States alone. And we've developed some drugs for these rare diseases that are being actually used in various forms in Europe, but we can't even get them trialed here yet.
Why?
The regulatory environment.
Because the president has cut a lot of the regulatory red tape, right? Have things gotten any better? I mean, he signed into law the Right to Try Act this past spring.
The Right to Try Act, with all due respect, is after you've done all the preclinical work, after you've done all the stuff, and you've done a trial, and the trial really hasn't worked, then you can have a right to try that drug. But to even get it into the trial is really difficult. Our drug is for neurodegenerative diseases and really helps a whole host of them. And there's a lot of rare diseases, but the big neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, with drugs for these rare diseases, you can lead to major breakthroughs. And by the way, we have a major breakthrough, but we will never, ever be able to trial an Alzheimer's disease because it costs hundreds of millions.
Is this just the stonewalling of a bureaucracy? Is that? No.
These people are good people. They want to make sure there's no risk, and by making sure there's no risk, you lose a lot of the benefits. To make sure that you're not going to die from cancer from one of these drugs in 10 years, which you wouldn't, it makes sense, except if the child is only going to live 6.6 years on average. It kind of doesn't make sense. Doing reproductive studies to make sure there's not going to be any reproductive problems and the kids are being tube fed.
So, Mallory, is the hope that as these people are suffering from these diseases that are going to be life-threatening, that the individual could make the choice to come to you and use the drug, even if it's not yet approved?
We would love to see that happen, and we'd love to see things like conditional approval. IntraBio has been working very hard to try to get these drugs to people. The problem is these people are so desperate. They're buying even the chemical grade of the drug. They're using it unlicensed without doctors being able to help them in terms of dosing because it's illegal for the doctors to help them. But these people have no other drugs. For some of these diseases, there are no other drugs available.
They need these experimental treatments, and these experimental treatments are not yet out there.
It's not even that experimental. That's the irony of it, because in other parts of the world, Europe, Czech Republic, Germany, United Kingdom, they've already been trialed on people for multiple years.
What kind of reforms, though, did you speak with Senator Rand about yesterday in your testimony?
I think what we need is a risk-benefit analysis, not a risk analysis when it comes to drug approval. You need conditional approvals where if you have enough, if you're showing enough efficacy, if you're showing that the drug works, in people, let alone animals as well, that they should allow it to be trialed, particularly for diseases that are fatal.
Is there a political constituency for that? I can see why Rand Paul would support that, but are there powerful lobbyists and interests in Washington that wouldn't want that to happen?
Well, see, the FDA wants to make sure that a thalidomide, which never occurs again, they want to make sure that there's no risk. But you often can, I mean, for the sake of the perfect, you're killing the very good. And these people are dying. I mean, literally dying. We're talking children. I mean, I'm going to get teary-eyed in a second, because if you've been to some of these meetings of these parents, and they go out and they buy chemical grades of it, they use it unlicensed, they do things like that, and it's just wrong. The FDA needs to understand that they can't look at these little rare diseases the same way they look at headaches or things like that.
What is the genesis of most of the rare diseases, or is it really hard to say because they're so scattered out in terms of differences?
Maria, you've nailed it. They're so scattered out. And also, to do a trial, a successful, there's a disease called GM1, gangliosidosis 1, which we've shown a high efficacy rate. We've shown it works in it in compassionate use trials. There's only 16 people in the United States that have been identified. How do you do a double-blind placebo trial with a dosing trial and get statistical significance? I'm using all these ridiculous words, but the point is you can't do the standard sort of trials with these tiny diseases. And as we get smarter medically, we're going to diagnose these diseases better. And it's not just one disease that people used to think years ago certain neurodegenerative things were. We're genetically diagnosing them quite well today.
Wow, really important work. Great to have you on the program, Mallory. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Mallory Factor from IntraBio. We'll keep watching that and your successes there.